Hey everybody, Al here. Welcome to the channel. Now, I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm going to tell you I was beyond pissed when I saw Bizarro die by the hands of Anderson, especially because I cannot stand Anderson. Man, how good was this episode? Episode 7 was amazing. Anti-Hero was the name of this episode. This is going to be full of spoilers. Of course, I assume you've seen it by now. If you haven't, get out of here and then come back after you've seen it. So I love how we open this episode, and the reason why I love that is because we have Talro and Superman in the same cell as each other. And how good is Talro in this show? What a great addition to this show, because they are so different. Even though they are brothers, they essentially have the same power set, but they're so different from every aspect. Talro wants to conquer the Earth. Superman is the Earth's protector. So it's always great when we see those two together, especially when they have dialogue, because he provides a nice bit of comedic relief to the show that I love to see. And you just knew he was going to give Superman the business when he walked into the cell, and you knew he was going to be like, "Told ya, told ya." Can't trust him. We should be getting rid of him. Now you're in here with me. I told you. You knew that they were going to have that back and forth conversation. And I loved how the two of them interact with the show. Such an interesting character. And I definitely hope that we get to see more of him in the future. Now let's jump and talk about Jonathan. Somebody tell me what Jonathan was thinking. I don't understand why he didn't give that girl up. I mean, who is she? Is it that deep that he wouldn't give her up, that he's looking down the barrel of an expulsion and still won't give her up, talking about I can't ruin anyone's life, and you see her up there wanting, oh, I can't get caught, I can't get caught, I can't get caught, and then he's gonna say something stupid like, oh, well, give it to me, I'll get rid of it, people think highly of me, I probably won't get in trouble if they find out that it was me, I'll get rid of it anyway. I'm like, come on. First of all, they're gonna find out it's you. You see the dog, don't you? Of course they're gonna find out that it's you. And what makes you think that you're that special that they're going to let something like that go? So for the life of me, I can't understand why he protected that girl, and maybe I missed something. So if I missed something in that show, if there was some kind of clue dropped, then please let me know in the comments, but I don't get it. And I do think, though, that if they haven't already revealed it, something is going to come up about her that's important in later episodes, or at least I hope it does, because if we get him just saying at one point, oh, well, you know, she's had a hard time and I really didn't want to mess up her life, so I was going to take the rap for it, and that's the end of it. Boy, that's real cheap and convenient to get out of that, because this is a big deal. So I really hope they give us a good reason why he would not give her up. So I just wanted to touch on that with Jonathan. Now, let's jump to Allie. So here's the interesting thing about Allie, and I'm a little bit confused there. Maybe I don't understand the concept of Bizarro World, but from what I understand, everything in the Bizarro World is reversed. So what does that mean for Allie's character? Because the big scare, right, is that if Allie unites with her character from Bizarro World, Bizarro is telling us that she will have like ultimate power and both of our worlds are in danger. But I would think that if she's opposite of who she is in this world, then in Bizarro World, she might not be destructive in her nature. She might not be thinking about world conquest in her nature. Maybe something was revealed earlier on to discount what I'm saying. I can't remember seeing it, and maybe you know it and I've missed it, and you can drop it in the comments and let me know. But I'm wondering how bad she is on the other side of that. But I am fascinated to see what happens with Allie's character and what they do with her moving forward. Honestly, I'm not really sure if she can carry the weight of being the big bad for the show. I think that Bizarro could have done it depending on how they used him in future episodes. But it appears that he's dead, but maybe he's not so dead. We'll talk about that in a second. But I want to see what they do with her, because they built a lot around her being a character that we should really be concerned about. But I feel like she's not strong enough of a villain to carry us through the rest of this season. So I'm fascinated to see what happens. Now, let's talk Bizarro. I was pissed. Like I said, I was pissed when Anderson killed Bizarro for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I can't stand Anderson. Can't wait to see him go. Can't wait to see him get it. But number two, I didn't want to see Bizarro go out that way. Now, I do think it was cool that Bizarro was released to help the other two, and he ends up actually giving his life to help them, even though it really wasn't for their sake. It was for what Anderson did to his wife in his world. And I was really hoping Bizarro was going to take him out. but we see that that didn't happen. I do also find it fascinating that Superman goes to save Tal-Rho, but has to have some, or at least I think has some idea of Bizarro being attacked by Anderson, but at no point does he go back to even try to save Bizarro, which I think is a little bit fascinating because I feel like Superman would even care about that life as well and also try and do both, but he doesn't appear to have done so. So I love how he got out to help. I love the motivation, and I was hoping that something was going to happen where he could free himself. To see him get choked out, it hurt me, man. It hurt me. But I was hoping we were going to see something, a laser beam to the choking arm or something like that to cause Anderson to let go. And if Anderson didn't get it, didn't die, even if he got away, at least Bizarro would still be alive. But it appears that Bizarro has died, and I just don't like to see him go out that way because I feel like if anybody's going to be the villain for the rest of season 2, if they're not going to bring in somebody spectacular, then it needs to be Bizarro, because Bizarro is such an interesting character because he is so opposite of Superman. I mean, look, he's there to kill Allie because Superman's not going to do it. We all know that. But Bizarro will do it without hesitation because he feels like it needs to be done. That makes his character so interesting because he will do the things that Superman will not do because the two of them are opposite in nature. But what also makes Bizarro's character interesting in this show is I feel like he is not as bad as some people know him to be. I've said this before. Now, from what I understand in the comics, Bizarro is not bad through and through. He's just kind of trying to be Bizarro, trying to be himself. And he's different than Superman. He'll do some things that Sup won't do, but he's not bad to his core. And I feel like this show presented him that way. So to see him go like he did was really disappointing to me because I think there was so much more mileage we could have gotten out of Bizarro if he is in fact gone. I tend to think that he's not gone. I would not be surprised in some way, shape, form, or fashion that his mom or that Clark's mother actually ends up saving him, revives him, and Clark doesn't know it. Clark assumes that he's dead, and for whatever reason, she has not told him so. I hope that we see him again in future episodes. So I loved episode 7. We will definitely be checking out episode 8 next week. Make sure that you turn on notification bells. We are going to do a live stream this Sunday. It'll be kind of another AMA / deep diving into the Batman. Have a lot to share there, and I wanted to go live with you guys and talk about it. I didn't want to just do a spoiler review, but I wanted to have some conversation with you. So we're going to do that Sunday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have the notification up for the stream coming in a few days or so. Hopefully I'll have it up maybe later tonight or tomorrow, but you'll be able to see it and then click on it so that you can be waiting for the stream and it gives you notification when it's coming up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the next video. I'll see you there.